Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Chrissy T. I'm back with a recap of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 11, Episode 16. This is the second installment of Season 11. They did go on a 3-month hiatus and now they are back and messier than ever. Do me a favor before we dive into the content. Show your love and support by liking the video, subscribing, and leaving a comment. Your interaction will alert YouTube that I do exist. And your support is a driving force behind the channel's growth. So I thank you for that. Thank you for watching. So the episode begins with them telling us what's been going on since they've been on this 3-month hiatus. Rashida says she and Kirk has a restaurant, business is booming, and she's happy. Scrap says that he finally got a divorce from Bambi and it is final. Meanwhile, Bambi says she's finally free from the dead weight of a marriage she had with Scrappy. And then we have Sierra, who says her life is in shambles. Okay, she's going through a divorce. Business isn't doing too good. And her grandmother is in hospice. And this is the same grandmother that raised her. And she says, through all this, none of her friends are anywhere to be found. Ain't that how it goes? Your friends are there when you're good. But the moment you hit rock bottom, they are nowhere to be found. And then we get to Karlie. She is having a beach listening party for a new single. She shares with us that she has a new man. Congratulations to Karlie. So they are all at Karlie's listening party. And we have Zell, who's back. And we have a newcomer, Saucy Santana. So Rashida asked them their thoughts on the Erica Mena and Spice situation with the racial slur. Saucy said that he felt like she said it in the heat of the moment, but at the same time, she should be held accountable for what she says. And Zell said that there were so many things she could have said about Spice, but to get to the point where you're calling someone a black monkey and wishing death upon them is unacceptable. And I agree with him. There is so much she could have said, but again, that is what she has stored in her heart. When people are mad at someone, what comes out of their mouth is how they truly feel. So Erica said exactly what resides in her heart. She's always held these ill feelings in her heart about black women. I don't care that she frucks black men. It does not take away her hatred for black women. And some people are saying, why are they still talking about this? It already happened. Well, this show is pre-recorded. It's new to us, but old to them. They've already filmed this. This happened in the moment, but we're just now seeing it. Bambi tells them that she and Scrappy are finally divorced. And Zell tells her that he saw Scrappy at the BET Awards with Diamond, which is the side chick he said he wasn't dealing with. And Bambi says she wasn't worried about it. She found it quite comical. So Bambi accused him of having an affair with Diamond. And he said nothing happened, but you are on the red carpet with her at the BET Awards. It's just a little suspicious, and I believe he was dealing with her during their marriage. And I don't know why Zell felt the need to bring this to her attention. She is not with him anymore, so it really didn't matter. And I felt like he should let her heal. Don't open up the same wounds she's trying to heal from. She was hurt that Scrappy was cheating on her, so I don't think he should have brought that up. The fact that he's at a BET Awards with a lady he claimed he wasn't dealing with. So now we get to Spice, and she was also having a single release party. She said in her confessional that she has some time to reflect on what took place in the Bahamas with she and Karlie. And she said when she gets upset, she lashes out at people and she doesn't recognize herself. And that's not the person that she is. She says she wants to let that go and move forward and be a better person because she has so much to lose and many people look up to her. She says she is ready to move forward and take accountability for her own actions. So Spice did allow Karlie and Erica Mena to take her out of character. Allowing people to dictate your emotions only grants them control. And it gives them power over you. So staying true to yourself is a powerful way to retain authority over your own reactions. Because this woman let Karlie and Erica Mena drive her into a fit of rage to the point where she was totally out of control and she looked crazy. And she knows she looked crazy because she asked Kirk, hey, do you think I'm crazy? So at the release party, Renni and Spice talk about how they wanted to gain control over their anger, and they both are considering attending anger management. So Shekinah jokingly says that she'll come up with an anger management plan for Spice. And Spice says that she wants to heal and wants to know what her triggers are. And we all have triggers. And I didn't realize that until I was able to see myself in other people. And I be saying to myself, damn, do I really look like that, or do I really sound like that? So in the next scene, we have Scrappy at his new home, I think, and he has his daughter Imani and Mama D. So Scrappy is excited that Bambi has left the palace. And Mama D said that Bambi never loved her son. Well, your son never loved his wife. Mama D's idea of love is sticking by a dusty man while he cheats, never at home, and disrespects his wife. And she's placing the blame on Bambi, but not holding her son accountable for their failed marriage. Scrap even said out of his own mouth that he was the problem. He was the reason the marriage failed. Talking to his ex-girlfriend throughout the marriage. What woman wants to put up with that? Bambi chose herself and she left the marriage. Not to mention Mama D was a former pimp. Now, is she what we would call male identified? Because she expects Bambi to do what most men expect women to do, and that's stand by them through their foolishness. And Mama D is another reason their marriage failed, because she was always in the business. She was so involved in the business that her son had to cuss her out on national TV. So Scrap aunties arrive and she says that she wants to celebrate and throw a divorce party. Who wants to celebrate a broken marriage? I never understood that. And who started this trend? Because I'm seeing it a lot. A divorce party. For what? Well, I was never married, so I guess it's not for me to understand, but I just don't understand that. So in the next scene, we see that Shekinah was serious and she really did put together an anger management puppet show. She wanted them to reenact scenes when they have gotten into an argument that reminds them of the people in their social circle. So she's going to put them back in situations that trigger them. And she wants them to see how they could have handled the situation differently. And I thought it was a good idea. But I do think they still need to get to the root of the problem and start to heal from there. So Rashida and Spice, they reenact the situation with Karlie. Spice was pissed that Karlie purchased a house next door to her after she asked her not to. Not only that, she didn't tell her she bought the house. She did it like real sneaky. So Spice was really mad about that. But granted, Karlie is a grown woman and she can decide when and where she want to live. And I don't think Spice should be able to dictate that. But at the same time, respect your friend's wishes. And you could have purchased a house anywhere. But to buy it right next door to her is a little sketchy. And it's given fatal attraction. So then we have Shekinah and Renni reenacting a situation between Renni and Erica Banks. And if I remember correctly, Erica threw a drink in Renni's face, or did Renni throw a drink in Erica's face? Anywho, something happened. So finally, they reenact the scene with Spice and Erica Mena. In that situation, I remember Erica coming into the restaurant, sitting down, and she was giving praises to Spice. She was saying how she's a good mother, she's a boss, she looks up to her. But Spice was the aggressor, but there still didn't give Erica the right to use racial slurs, calling her a black monkey and wishing death upon her. So Spice said what she would have done differently is by thanking Erica for praying and fasting. Because remember, Erica said that she, Sierra, and somebody else was praying for her when they found out she was in the hospital. And she almost died. And she said they were praying and fasting. And Spice didn't believe her. I didn't believe her either, but she did come in there peaceful and she wanted to make amends with Spice, but Spice was already triggered and she went off. I think it could have went differently had Spice maintained control over her emotions. At the same time, it still didn't give Erica Mena a right to wish death upon this lady and call her a black monkey. So in the next scene, Karlie and Sierra, they meet up at the gym to hula hoop. And Karlie says that she's trying to fix the situation with Bambi and Sierra. Sierra tells Karlie that she's been going through a lot with her grandmother being sick, and everything she's going through, she doesn't feel like she's getting the support from her friends. And Karlie asks her if she was referring to Bambi. And she said yes, but communication is a two-way street. If you miss your friend, call her. Y'all both waiting around for one another to reach out. She's going through something. You're going through something. Both of y'all are going through it. She's going through a divorce and so are you. So reach out to her. And Sierra says she goes extra hard for Bambi and it's never been reciprocated. So a situation happened with Safari, who is Erica Mena's ex-husband, who is also a good friend with Bambi. So Safari tried to sleep with Sierra, and Sierra told Bambi, and Bambi's pretending that she knew nothing about it. So after the show aired, everybody dragged Sierra, saying she was a bad friend for not telling Erica Mena. And she feels like Bambi should have defended her. But if Bambi had defended her, then she would have been in a bad space with Erica. So I kind of get it. Erica would be mad at her saying, hey, you knew Safari was trying to talk to her. Why didn't you tell me? But then again, Bambi, that is a bad friend. Why wouldn't you tell your friend that her husband is trying to sleep with somebody else? Which again can be a sticky situation because some people don't want to know. So to me, Bambi is a common denominator. So she ain't a friend to Erica and she ain't a friend to you. So my advice for you, Sierra, is to move on. But Bambi goes and defend Erica Mena for using a racial slur. So anytime this woman can defend racism, then her credibility is very questionable. And if I remember correctly, she didn't believe Erica Mena said it when Spice told her. She did not want to believe it. All right, so the next scene, a Scrap is on a date with his ex, Erica Dixon. The same ex he accused of being a bad mother and tried to have CPS take his daughter from her. They drugged each other for filth. So Scrappy says that Erica has his heart. So a Scrappy is clearly spinning the block. So is Erica. If y'all like it, I love it. Scrappy is lonely, honey, and he's going back to his comfort zone. He probably is just stringing her along, whispering sweet nothings in her ear. Erica, you have the same man Bambi had. Run. It's given desperate. It's given lonely. And throughout their marriage, Scrappy, Bambi, and Mama D, they would be online throwing shots at Erica Dixon, saying all sorts of type things about her. So now the tables has turned. It is now Scrappy, Erica, and Mama D throwing shots at Bambi. He's the problem. Clearly, he is the problem. Because he, at one point, couldn't get along with Erica. But now he's with Erica. He can't get along with Bambi, man. This is a trip. And I think that Erica is so desperate for a man that she's willing to settle for this. And let's not forget, he was with Diamond, bashing Bambi, bashing Erica. Now he's with Erica, bashing Diamond. It's a mess. He cheated on Erica with Bambi, and now she still wants to be with him. He's a good man, Savannah. He's a good man. So the next scene is with Renni and Spice. They are attending a PTSD anger management boot camp. And the sergeant wanted them to tap into their PTSD. And she asked Spice who was the first person to make her angry. And she said it was her big brother. Because when her dad died, he didn't step up to the plate and be the man of the house. And he wasn't there for her. But it isn't your brother's job to be your father. It is his job to be a big brother. So I don't think that she should hold that over his head. He also lost a dad. It may have been hard for him too. I feel bad for her, but I don't think it was her brother's job to step up and be a father. She also shares that she had a near-death experience and she was afraid of death because the thought of dying and leaving her kids behind frightens her. Listen, I'm the same way. I constantly think about and wondering who would take care of my kids when I pass on because no one is going to love them like I do. Renni then shares that her anger comes from the loss of her mother. And I get it. I lost my father and I get it. Y'all, that is the end of this episode. It wasn't really given much because it was really dry, and that's expected because this is the first episode back. So I will see y'all next week. Bye.